We are living in unprecedented times. No matter what industry you come from, we must all review, rethink, and reinvent ourselves. Are you an entrepreneur that is trying to adapt your business to the new norm? Well, you are listening to the 2020 Entrepreneur, a podcast that will motivate you and have you think outside of the box. My name is Hugo Almeida, and with over 30 years of being an entrepreneur, I am here to share and inspire you with my experiences and help invent a new you. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to T20E World. Hugo here, and today I'm sharing golden tips on how to become a better presenter. Listen, it's going to happen. Eventually, as we enter our careers and we work up corporate ladders, we're going to be presenting in front of larger crowds. Now, granted, this episode is taking place right here in our studios. It's August of the year 2020, dealing with COVID-19, pandemic. Everything has changed the way we do business. So what do we do now? We're presenting video conferencing, right? So today, granted, you could be presenting to 17 people, 170 people, 1,700 people, 17,000. Listen, you get it. It could be a massive crowd out there. You wouldn't know the difference. You know, it's all on a computer screen. There's a whole different dynamic to presenting in front of a computer screen. But there will be a day, granted, there will be a day in the near future, I pray to God's in the near future, that we will be asked to present in front of larger crowds. Now, I want to prepare you with some phenomenal advice that was given to me. Also, some things that I developed over the years as I started presenting to larger and larger crowds. Because, listen, let's face it, when you're asked to give a little pep talk or just present some numbers at a meeting, I don't care if it's to a crowd of 3, 5, 10, team of 25 individuals, an entire division, the nerves kick in, right? You know what I'm talking about. Now, there are people that can speak. Really, they have a gift that they're born with. They could speak in front of anybody, in front of hundreds of people, and to them, it doesn't bother them. And yet there's others that the day you say, can you present this? Even if there's 3 to 5 people in that room, they're sweating already. They're stressing before they even given the topic. So the mind plays a very powerful thing inside of us all, because what happens is the anticipation, the thought process, you overthink everything, you stress yourself out, and reality is when you get in front of the individuals or the crowd, it's not that bad if and when you understand the art of presenting. So with these golden tips I'm going to give you, I should say, I know it's going to help you. It really will help you. So everybody, either take out a piece of paper or with your cell phones, record this piece or save this podcast. I don't care what level of the corporate ladder you're at, whether you're beginning, whether you're a student, or whether you're an executive already. These are just golden tips and they're going to work. So here it goes. First off, one-on-one conversations, always try to make good eye contact. Many people, you speak to them and they're wandering, looking to the left and to the right. Doesn't make the other individual feel comfortable. So if you're not sure and you don't want to stare inside of their eyeballs, look at the forehead, look between the eyebrows. Just little simple things like that make it a lot easier. And these are just simple one-on-one conversations. As we start getting a larger group, say now it's 3 to 5, well, feel comfortable, look at the individuals, because most likely if you're talking to a crowd of just 3 to 5, you probably know them. So look at them always like they're your friends and just talk. Be yourself. What happens is the stress level will come down greatly. Your blood pressure will come down. Believe me, you'll feel a lot better. But here is where the golden tips start kicking in. It's the day where you're asked to start presenting in front of a group of individuals, maybe a division, right? Now the crowds are all of a sudden 25 and up. And if you are asked to present in, say, a very large auditorium, there are things that you need to do before that just to kind of prepare. Because listen, I'm going to be honest with you, you're always going to be a little nervous. Shoot, if I'm asked right now to go and speak in front of government or something, or give a speech at a graduating class at some university, of course I'm going to be nervous. But believe me when I tell you, I'll be reviewing these golden tips. Here's my advice. Are you ready? Before you ever present, normally, not in all cases, but many times, you get to meet some of the individuals that are in the audience. What I like to do is I like to create some, I call them friendly faces. So I get to discuss, I chat, I introduce myself, I smile, and I work the room prior to present. So if it's a class of 25 to 30, the odds are you're going to be speaking to at least, say, 5 individuals. Label them your friendly face. And I'm going to get back to why you do this. As the room gets bigger, now you're in front of 100 people, well, things change a little bit, right? Now the setting is also larger, probably a smaller auditorium, a university classroom setting where, it has a stage in the front and it's a little different. Now, you got to remember when you're up in front of a larger crowd, sometimes there's also lights. So many times you can't see the entire audience. So there's other golden tips as to how to present well in front of a larger audience. But let's just back up a second. Let's talk about why you select friendly faces. Friendly faces are used so you can work and talk the classroom or the small group, 25 people, 30 people, 50 people. And what happens is this. All of a sudden, you start to present, and you got to forget about the fear in presenting. Now, all of a sudden, you're speaking what I call the friendly faces that you talked to already. So these people somehow know you already because you had a brief introduction. You kind of chatted, you introduced yourself, you smiled, they smiled back. So all of a sudden there's a comfort there. And that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to establish a comfort zone. Look to the left of the classroom, to the middle, and then look to the right. Find the friendly faces. And if for some reason all your friendly faces sat on the right-hand side, well, listen, find somebody real quick on the left side, find somebody in the middle. And the reason I'm telling you to select left, center, and right is because a good presenter works the classroom. A good presenter does not just look straight ahead and rambles. You want to create a warm, comfort atmosphere. You want to connect with your audience because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting with the individuals when you present. So if you're in front of that classroom and you're looking over to the left side of the room and you found your friendly face and you're speaking to them, all the people on that left side understand that you're working their section. All of a sudden, you move your head slowly over to the center or all the way to the right. You find your friendly face and you're talking to them now. So you're making eye contact with the person you feel comfortable with already. Now, the audience doesn't know this. This is a golden tip. This is something that you know internally to create a comfort level within, to make it easier as you speak. Another golden tip here. If you get stuck, if you lose your place because you're reading some bullets or some lines, it's totally cool. Nobody knows this. You know when an audience knows? It's when you tell them, oh, shoot, sorry, I'm sorry. Another thing we got to try to reduce is the ums between words, right? But it's you who's telling your audience. If you didn't say anything, the audience really would not know. So what is it that you do? You pause, stay calm, find your place where you left off, and continue. Guess what? Inside of your mind, it's going to feel like it was about an hour and a half delay. And that's the thing you got to break. When you pause, you're in control. When you find the place where you left off, you continue. The audience had no idea. They thought you meant to pause or to catch your breath or to regain your thoughts as you present. It is normal. So do not stress over if you lose the train of thought, if you forgot where you were on the paragraph or in the lines or whatever it was that you were reading. It's okay. Take the time, stay calm. That's the most important thing, is to stay cool, calm, collective. Look back at the sheet of paper or just think through what you were just saying and then continue. Worst thing you can do is continue to ramble on, just to ramble on. You don't want to do that. You could definitely get off topic. Remember to pause. Stay cool, calm, collective, and believe me, it will never be detected on the other end because we, again, create the biggest fear inside of our own heads. We talked about the friendly faces. We talked about the pausing. We talked about presenting the three sides of the room. Now, what happens, though, when it's the big gig now? All of a sudden, they say, hey, Johnny, hey, Mary, do me a favor. You're doing great. I need you to come with me. We're going to present to a crowd of 500 people, all right? Maybe it's a university. Maybe it's a graduating class. It's just a topic you're covering for your industry. You might get more than 500. All of a sudden, the nerves always kick in. But the thing is now it's the art of presenting. You're going to combine all the golden tips. And the key to being a successful presenter is you need to work the stage that you're given. Now, if you're behind a podium, you're still going to pause. You're still going to look up. You're still going to work left, center, and right. But if you're given the liberty to walk, well, now an effective presenter works the stage, walks to the left, talks to that side, walks to the right, walks to the middle. You find your friendly faces, because I don't care how large that audience is, there's still friendly faces in the crowd. Look at them. And if you didn't get to meet them beforehand, it doesn't matter. Find one. There's always somebody that's really focused on you, glued to you, and you connect. You're making the connection. Again, the art of presentation, I don't care what the topic may be, is to connect with your audience. I mean, that is the goal. The art of presenting is to take all these golden tips, add them all together, feel and become extremely comfortable as you present, and connect with your audience. That, my friends, is how a good presenter gets their thoughts across. And that's how you connect with an audience. And when they do listen, they don't just hear you, they actually listen, means your word is getting through to them. So I hope these golden tips help you. Please, I know they will. I use them myself. Again, it's a combination of things that I've learned over many years now, and also some things that I found for myself, especially the friendly faces. I'll tell you, I don't care how big that class is, whether it's a class of 10, whether it's 100. Find friendly faces. It just enables you to become such a great presenter. I'm going to tell you something. I have a crystal ball in front of me, and I'm going to predict right now, after you're done presenting and work in a room, left, center, and right, just by finding friendly faces, I guarantee somebody's going to come up to you just after that and say, wow, that was really good. You're going to be shocked, because here you are saying, oh my God, I was so nervous. But you know what? Again, it's how much we build up the anticipation, the nerves inside of the mind prior to presenting. So relax, know your topic, and you know what? Just kick butt. Use these tips and just kick butt. You're going to make your connection. You're going to be a great presenter. All right, my friends, again, thank you for listening to T20E World. I know you're going to be a better presenter now. And this is Hugo checking out.